Hello, and welcome to the podcast There Are No Good Games, where we discuss our opinions on past, present, and future games, as well as a whole load of other filler to keep us sane while we wait for a good game to play. Let's begin.
Hi Ollie, how have you been? It's been a substantial amount of time.
I wouldn't say substantial in the general scheme of things. You know, I think we've had longer breaks between episodes, to be honest with you.
Do you think?
I reckon so. I'm not going to look it up because I already believe in what I believe. So that's the way the world is these days. You don't actually look up facts. You just believe, you know?
Okay, fair enough then. I mean, yeah, I think this has been like a substantial gap, but it's always kind of good to kind of get back into it, talk about other stuff and all that kind of jazz as well, you know?
Well, it's true because, you know, so much has happened since we've been gone in gaming, you know? It's been so long that Silksong is actually going to be released in a few days from now as recording. So that's how long it's been, you know?
Yeah, it's a nuts concept because I think it's only a couple of dollars more from what I remember reading or what I remember seeing.
I think it's 20 quid, isn't it? So
that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, is it? I think that's quite normal for it's still a small scale game. You got to remember these type of what is good about these developers is they're not like, oh, all these other games, they're going to be more expensive. Bearing in mind that none of these games have any resemblance at all to what Silksong's like, you know? And so, yes, sure, could have they made it like 25 quid? I don't know, maybe. But the thing is, you respect your players, as they've always done, and they continue to stay with you. So this is not a thing where they probably want to have loads of bad will for overcharging for a game if they don't think it's worth more than 20 quid. Which is a fair amount for a game like, I think this. Absolutely.
I mean, I think it's just everyone's kind of shocked because usually everything is quite expensive the second time round, you know? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but these are like big. You're thinking AAA titles, you know? Because not many other games have sequels. Indie game developers naturally don't make a lot of sequels. You know, I mean, I mean, nowadays, you know, but obviously beforehand, yes, it did happen. But sequels wise, direct sequels to games, yeah, probably not as much as AAA.
Yeah, I mean, it's a $5 increase, which I think is quite cool. And when's the release date now?
It's in a couple of days. I'm pretty sure it's like in 3 days from now. I mean, this is irrelevant because this podcast is not releasing like the day we're recording. But I think by the time this podcast comes out, it should be out.
Holy crap. Thursday, the 4th of September.
Yeah, it's in 2 days from now. Yeah.
That's mental.
It'll be well out. Yeah.
From clown to clowning and getting clowned on by this game. That's amazing. Okay. Damn.
I can't wait for everyone to be like, yeah, they didn't add much from the original, you know?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I think it'll be a good game.
What's interesting is they have not gone for like a midnight release kind of system. Which is probably, you know, smart, I guess. It's actually a bit interesting because they've gone for a 4 p.m. European release, which is very unusual from Steam releases because normally they happen at like, I mean, our time at like, so I think it's normally at 6 p.m. In the summer because there just seems to be, that's normally when like Steam used to only suggest games like that. So they've gone for a very customized release time here. Probably based on, I actually don't know where.
It's Australia and it's 1 p.m. Wednesday. Yeah, don't worry. I was literally doing the research in the background. I was like, it's interesting. He's got a point. What is that? And I looked and it was like Team Cherry, Australia. And I was like, okay, that makes more sense then. But yeah.
Yeah, so it's interesting timing, but it's a couple of hours off the normal Steam release time for most of these games, so a bit earlier in the time. So people get off work early on a Thursday, you know, and get ready to play. If you're American, then you just have to take the whole day off work if you want to instantly play it.
Womp. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And if you're Japanese, no sleep. There you go.
No sleep, only game.
No work on Friday. No work on Friday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how you meant to do it.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I'm sure it's exciting for a few people. I mean, I'm probably not going to pick this up on Thursday, I'll be honest. I'm already playing like a game I'm working through already, so I don't really need another game immediately. But I'm sure a lot of people will instantly pick this up for sure.
So Ollie, I've got some bad news. I've been cheating on you with another gaming person.
Oh, you have more friends than one.
I have more friends than one.
Unexpected. This is
I know.
unexpected because
It's a twist no one was
I
expecting.
think that means the contract with your parents is up. Then I think I can let you go.
No, that's true. That's very true.
That's fair.
After years of unnegotiated pay rise and all that sort of stuff, and you're finally free.
Good.
You're like, W, you've finally been given your sock. No, I've started playing Cult of the Lamb with Haley.
Oh, okay. Well, this is expected. I mean, this is fair. You do live with this person, so it's fair. Yeah. I mean, that's expected. Yeah. Okay. So you've been playing. So you've convinced her to play Cult of the Lamb with you.
Well, it wasn't a convince. I was just like, we should play a game, and we're kind of like scrolling through some like TikTok stuff and like not TikTok, Instagram Reels, because we're in that generation.
I was going to say, I love picking up game ideas from TikTok for sure. Yeah, that's me all over.
And it was just running through some stuff, and I was just like, oh, we should play Cult of the Lamb. And Haley was like, well, I've always wanted to play Cult of the Lamb. You just keep on going, maybe, and then go play with Ollie. I'm just like, yeah, that sounds about right.
This is true.
Yeah. So we started playing Cult of the Lamb yesterday, and I forgot how much Cult of the Lamb gets away with because it's cutesy in terms of art design and like the aesthetic and like look and feel of it. But deep down, it is, you are running a cult. You are like, you do have like the upside down crucifix, and you are just straight on being a full cult lord, and it's absolutely mental.
I mean, it's one of those ones where, but that's why in some way it's kind of captivating. It captivates an audience, right? Because it's one of those games that looks cool and like got an interesting art style and design and aesthetic, but the gameplay is also quite good. It's not it backs itself up in all the different areas, but it has an interesting art direction and design for a game about slaughtering animals for sure. Yeah.
Like it's an interesting one because you can like marry followers, you can like sacrifice them, you can resurrect them, you get like the weird cult around the dance sort of stuff. It's just like an absolute hodgepodge of different stuff, and the fact that they can get away with it. Like, I think if it was any other game, there would be like DMCAs, there'd be people rioting on the streets, there'd be people like running around and all that sort of stuff. But because it's like such a cute, accessible art style, I think a lot of people would play it. Like, what do you think the extent is that you could get away with this, if you get what I mean?
Well, like using animals. Well, this is not the first time that a form of media has used animals to raise awareness or to hide some difficulties behind it. Because let's look at Animal Farm, for example, which is an allegory for the Russian Revolution and the rise of the Soviet Union. And you look at that, and you look at Cult of the Lamb, and they both use animals to mask exactly all this stuff. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do see what you mean. So they're using like relatable, cute kind of things to kind of tell a bigger story.
Exactly. It's kind of like hiding the darkness behind it, if you know what I mean.
So what do you think this is? What do you think they're hiding behind Cult of the Lamb? Do you think they're raising awareness to cults? So they like, maybe cults aren't all that bad, or...
Oh, it's promoting it for sure.
It's promoting cults.
As we know with all video games, any mention of anything real life has to be a promotion of it. Any violence, a promotion of violence in real life. That's the way that works.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, look at SimCity. It's a promotion for absolute disaster, destruction and disaster. Yeah.
I mean, I think Cult of the Lamb is like... It wraps itself in like a beautiful roguelike adventure kind of build your town thing, but segmented it's just like it's a really nicely packaged game because you got like your building management and your follower management, so you care about your followers, you got your adventuring bit, and you kind of got some crafting and collecting in between. It's a beautiful mix mash of all three genres. But would you say it incentivizes you, makes you want to, I don't know, go start a cult and gather a bunch of people and free them from the shackles of their cult and then make them join your cult?
No, I feel like it'd be less cool in real life. I think it'd be less cool in real life. Mainly, I'm also not a sheep.
What?
Get it? Because, being a sheep, following for Cult of the Lamb. That's
true.
That's why it's called Cult of the Lamb, because, you just have mindless followers, like, like they're saying sheep. Did you know that?
I did think that. I was like, okay, I thought it was called lamb as in like you just fold the lamb like your old lambs to the slaughter, which I
but
think
no.
you are on like the first like minute of the game as well. I'm very confused why there's like a cat and all that sort of stuff, but like I also quite enjoy the character design of like the other cult leaders, like Laoshi and like the other ones, because it's like speak no evils, hear no evils, say no evils, and it's just like a really smart idea. Like I quite enjoyed that, honestly. Like there's a lot of like smart symbolism. Like I think most English literature teachers would absolutely go nuts over Cult of the Lamb because there's just a lot of like depths and layers to it, right?
Well, I said Animal Farm, very relatable in some way. It's just animal, that's just the masking of the animals behind it. I was just thinking actually about what I said before about, anything in video games must be a promotion. But if anyone ever makes this argument, I feel like the slap back would basically be saying, I've never seen someone delete steps in a pool with someone in it, because, have you ever seen a teenage girl remove some steps from a pool and leaving people drowning inside the pool? I haven't. So there's the evidence.
That's true.
There's the evidence. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a weird like. I think it's just a beautiful excuse, or people like to use it as an excuse to kind of get away with like murder, right? Quite literally.
Yeah, I wouldn't say The Sims promotes murder, but
The Sims promotes a lot of different things. I don't think a lot of them make sense.
It does promote a lot of different things. Yeah. Being a werewolf, a fairy.
Yeah, a fairy,
alien,
a werewolf,
pregnancy. Yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff it promotes. I'm just seeing it not necessarily relevant in real life. Yeah.
Yeah, putting bags on people's heads. There's a lot of layers to Sims I don't think is good. Like being a criminal.
That's true.
Like
you did give me a paper bag a couple of days ago, didn't you? So
yeah, but I think it was filled with stuff, which it wasn't just a paper bag.
Yeah,
I didn't go, wow, that's really nice paper bag.
Tried to dump it on my head upside down.
Yeah, true.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. I mean, Cult of the Lamb. Yeah. I mean, you got the thing is, that is probably one of the few. Can you name another like recent couch co-op game that came out? No. So like as in quick, like no, you can't because there's not many of them. There's not many of them.
Yeah, I do miss the old days of couch co-ops. Like we had to get remote play plugged in yesterday because it wasn't quite working. I can't really think of any kind of cutesy, fun couch co-op games that have actually come out recently. I think the couch co-op market's like it's got the opportunity to do a lot, but I think a lot of people just don't market to it.
I think a lot of them are party games though, right? And so unless you're looking for like direct party games for like a lot of people, you're probably not looking too much into it. But if you look at something like Cult of the Lamb, which is like clearly just, two people can play together. I guess I'm not about to use the word cozy, but I guess you've got, the kind of, there's cozy elements to Cult of the Lamb, aren't there?
Yeah, I think building. It's vibey.
Okay.
We did name our coat Goat, like capital GOAT, because obviously
after me. Okay, that's cool.
Well, I was going to say someone's a goat, someone's a lamb, so we thought we'd go in between, just name it the greatest of all time.
Yeah, that's fair. That's cool. But yeah, people don't really make like co-op games. I mean, you've got
get on that.
Wasn't it Split Fiction? Split Fiction was kind of this year,
Split Fiction, but that was a while ago. Actually, I think
I thought it was earlier this year.
I thought it was
maybe it was last year.
Earliest March 6th.
Oh, all right, there we go.
So 6 months ago, half a year ago.
Okay, I mean, still, those are like big. I don't think he's AAA, the guy who makes it, but it's they're quite big studio now.
Yeah,
but like indie co-op games, I think is something that is missing for sure.
Yeah, like couch co-op specifically, like you said, not party games like Peak and stuff like that.
Do you think? I'm just thinking in my head right now.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to come up with it. We're a bit early on in the segment where I come up with game ideas, but I was just thinking of a kind of cool idea. What about a Sims game, but it's got like a couch co-op kind of system, so you can have like two controllers and like you each have your own mouse, so you can each like select a different sim, for example. And you can control them, but then you can just obviously change what you're doing and click on other stuff. I mean, it's not like you're in control of a sim each, but you each have like the same thing. I guess it's kind of like SimCity. If you had like a city building game, you each had like a mouse effectively or a cursor with your controller, and you could place and do stuff.
I think it depends on the scale and stuff like that, right? It's kind of like the beautiful Minecraft conversation that I think you and I occasionally have, which is you want to go off and design your own bit and then interface with other people. You don't want to be sharing like real estate. And I think that's kind of how I feel for a Sims game. Like, I want to design my house or buy stuff towards the house. Like, unless you do it as you both play two sim like characters in a building, you can both like, you both like work towards buying stuff. So if someone gets promotion, they can then buy like a couch for the house and all that sort of stuff. That would be kind of cool. But you have to like work on deciding and kind of decorating and all that sort of stuff. I think as long as you can work on that idea, that'd be good. SimCity, yeah, I think as long as you can kind of connect, but you don't want to be like sat next to someone and they just put their dump yard right next to your like medical hospital, like that sort of stuff.
I mean, you're working together. Like, so supposedly you'd be working together in this.
Yeah, I think that'd be
this city building. I can't call it Sim City because it's like just saying they own the genre, which is like a city building. But I guess that's not really couch co-op. If you wanted that to work, you'd have to have two different screens and like it'd just be networked.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's real estate, right? You don't want to be sharing a screen with someone who's off doing something else, and you're splitting your screen with someone else, right?
What about an MMO city building game?
I think that'll go down really well.
That would be quite interesting.
I'd play the crap out of that, especially if like you can have like a giant map
and you can like that would be interesting.
Like you build out chunks over time.
Yeah.
Well, I think for me it'd be kind of cool because someone could build like the town center, and it could be like or you just like you get like a chunk, and then you build it over time like city skylines. But you can also do something like, okay, right, now we've got this kind of thing unlocked. Let's start building like a university district, and there's a bunch of university schools and stuff like that. Or, we've built everything. Let's try and build a transport hub kind of idea as well. That'd be really fun.
How I would somehow block you off in this game. Like, I'll just build some like you were only building within this square. I
think, you could assign different roles to people. So someone could be like in charge of
power, electricity,
water, electric. Yeah. Someone's in charge Utilities. Of public transport. Someone's in charge of public services. Someone's in charge of like budgeting and all that sort of stuff. I think that would go really well, actually. And then you could assign additional roles. Like you are the mayor, and you assign people as your accounts to like head of education, and all that sort of jazz. I think that's the way to do it.
Yeah, I'm looking at what the advisors look like in the different Sims City games, and okay, SimCity 3000 is cursed. What the portraits look like for the advisors.
SimCity 3000 advisors, right?
Yeah.
Constance Lee. Okay.
Yeah, they got cursed pictures.
Anyway. I like Dr. Wright. Dr. Wright, I think, so far.
I'm looking at like the full picture, so I'll have to quickly go in and find out who Dr. Wright is. Which game was that? Was that?
I think so. It's Dr. Wright in the SNES port of SimCity.
Okay, I don't have that open, but okay. I see that in the history section of this fandom page. We're clearly on the same page for.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Well, we've just designed a game in a different segment, all spanning from you playing Cult of the Lamb. So this was quite a good tangent, I think.
But I think it's a really good game idea. Like, I think if there was anything, this is like a legitimate idea. I think if you pitch to people online, you're like, "Hi, you and up to 4 or 5 friends can take on different roles in a city and build it. Someone manages transport, someone manages like the farm and like food and cultivation. Someone else manages e-commerce and like." That sort of stuff, and someone else manages a different area. I think a lot of people would buy the crap out of that. I mean, I would.
Yeah, it does. I was just thinking in my head how complex it would be to sync everything together. I do think you probably I think to keep it really simple, you'd probably have to have like traffic and people simulated on the client side of things.
Yeah.
But the world itself, if it's simulated on both, it'll be very close together, I would have thought.
Yeah.
Technically. But yeah, I think all the building and like the actual, I guess, simulation of like generic people and money and finances and like buildings, like how population and stuff would all be server based. But I think that like if you ignore the cars and stuff, I reckon actually that doesn't sound too complex to me. I mean, the thing is that something like Factorio is co-op, and you can have a lot of people in that. But I mean, this is interesting. This is an interesting thought process that we've now revealed to the world. So
Redacted.
yeah, but I'm looking. We're gonna have to remove this from the podcast, obviously. But I'm looking here, and I can't see any like. I'm like looking for co-op ones where, I mean, there seems to be a few, but they're not quite what we're thinking of.
Yeah, I think the advisor thing could be kind of fun. Like you can almost play it like you have cards to play, or like different things happen. Like you could get like traffic issues, and you can get like, I don't know, education issues, and you have to work as a team to kind of solve it. But yeah, I think that'd be good.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Apparently, Tropico is co-op. No. OpenTTD, obviously. Oh yeah, OpenTTD.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's not really what we're looking. We're looking at a bit
No,
more.
you're kind of like competing businesses at that point. But yeah, I guess you maybe could make that a versus mode. I don't know.
I think this is more. I think we're looking at more of a co-op thing, aren't we? Otherwise, you're just basically SimCity 2013, I think it is.
Yeah, but that was like a cooperative adventure. It was like a shared cityscape experience, right?
Yeah, I know. That's how they've absolutely messed that up. If they did it as we just described, it probably would have done wonders.
It would still be going.
It would probably still be going. It would still be going.
So the only question I have on top of this is how would you do the pricing? Because this is one of the weird topics I'm always kind of interested in. So there's a game company called Fantasy Grounds, which I think you've used before.
Yes.
It does like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. If you buy the Ultimate Edition, everyone who joins your game gets it for free. Or you can choose for everyone to pay into it. And you don't have like one major thing. How would you kind of do the payment stuff? Would it be everyone needs to buy a copy of SimCity? I don't know. What would we call it?
Multi-Sim. Multi-City, right? Multi-City is codename Multi-City, right? Multi-City. Okay. Well, since that doesn't work on Steam, then I think we'll just have to go for everyone buys a copy. But also, you know,
did you not do like remote play or?
No, because you need to. You honestly, you're gonna have to have a multiplayer server for this for sure. Like. Not necessarily, but if you're going to have, like, if we're going with the MMO idea I was thinking about, then for sure, like, you can have a thing. But that's also, but if you do the remote play, I'm pretty sure it's a shared screen. You want people to have their own screen, just as and a separate.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
So that won't work. So, and you know, Steam no longer do the packs of games. You can't have like the 4-player pack anymore.
Oh, really?
They don't do those. Yeah, no, they stopped that a while ago.
Why did they get rid of them?
I don't know, but yeah, they're not possible anymore. Coming from a game developer. So because obviously I looked at that for my multiplayer game.
Or like someone buys a pack and then sends out to their 3 friends.
Yeah, you get like a 4-pack or a 2-pack. Because obviously, yeah. Anyway, but that's not possible anymore. So, but the thing with Fantasy Grounds is very different because it's normally like someone like, obviously, for people who don't know what Fantasy Grounds is, it's for D&D, right? For Dungeons and Dragons, and so you likely have the game master, dungeon master. That's the word I was looking for. You know, they'll buy it, and then you're not going to charge necessarily for people connecting to the dungeon master, right?
No,
but like for this type of game, anyone can play by themselves. They can invite people to their city, stuff like that. Like I think, yeah, everyone has their own copy on Steam. That's kind of it. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Yes. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I think that's probably the better way to do it. I mean, in theory, people host it on their machine and then people join their city.
That's completely agree.
Probably
that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, and then each person each person then simulates like local traffic and stuff like that. But actually the server, who's ever the host, is actually doing the main simulation and all the kind of actual data comes from them.
Yep, no, completely agree.
Yeah. This is good. Well, we've designed a game now. This is, I'm assuming I still have to go through the pain.
You still have to go out for the pain of designing a new game. I'm really sorry.
That's unfortunate. Well, it's probably we'll have to rate it against this one and see which one's better. But that's a hard ask, to be honest with you.
So, Ollie, they've done it again. So, as you remember, there was Battle Outro, which everyone seemed to like. There is now a new game, which I think might hit like your kind of gambling vibe.
If you were about to say gambling addiction, I sensed the A there. But anyway, keep going. Right?
It was close. I had to really carefully say that. There's a new game which I think you might like. Racoin. Have you heard about this game, just to start off with?
Racoin.
Racoin is a coin pusher roguelike that blends the chaotic fun of classic arcade coin pushers with the element of roguelike deck building, combining special coins with powerful ones to trigger satisfying synergies. It's non-stop dopamine rush packed into one unpredictable coin dropping ride. First of all, do you know what a coin dropping machine is?
Yeah, I do know what a coin drop. Yeah.
For people at home, it's one of those weird things where you go to like your grandparents in like a beachside town. You go to the local arcade or the pier, and there's always like the 2p, 1p games, and there's just a pile of coins, and you basically get coins to push coins to get more coins.
I think there's an actual name like for this. I think it begins with a P.
Plinko.
Is not, no, that's like the downward thing. That's different, I think. I think Plinko is where you put a coin in on the top and it like...
Yeah, Plinko's different.
Yeah, so that's not what I'm thinking of, but I'm pretty sure there is like a different name for like a coin pushing machine. But it's irrelevant. Anyway, right. I mean, okay.
I think it... I'll go for it.
No, I mean, I'm watching the trailer right now.
Any fools? I quite like the concept. It's very cutesy. It's very like nostalgic in terms of graphics and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I just like the concept. It looked very cute. It looked very fun. The fact you can get like different like leaders. You can pick like a raccoon, a cat, or something else like that. I think this is. I think we talked about this a couple of months ago. In the early 2000s, we had, or 2010s, we had zombie games. Now it's the roguelike era, if that makes sense.
Yeah, roguelikes are big, but yeah, I mean, yeah, roguelikes have been going for quite a while. I wouldn't. People do like to just add roguelike stuff to games, though.
Yeah, you think of a basic game, noughts and crosses. Well, Ollie, you've had circles and X's. Now it's time for triangles and squares. Like that would be the new roguelike. Like squares can do 3 turns ago or something like weird like that. Like people are repurposing old nostalgic dopamine games and just adding roguelike to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm up for it.
Yes. The only thing I get annoyed with this is that some people mix up the difference between roguelike and roguelite, which are different things.
Yeah.
So it depends what this one. What does this one say on the Steam page?
But for people who don't know the difference between roguelike and roguelite, would you like to explain, Ollie?
So,
obviously, I know.
Asking for a friend.
Well, I look up the definition. Carry on.
Yeah. So, effectively, like a roguelike is when you have like permanent death, and stuff doesn't carry over. But a roguelike is where you like build, you can transfer or you take forward some of your accomplishments or points or upgrades or strength or whatever, like that kind of stuff forward with you to the next character.
Yeah.
So for example, a Belautro would be a roguelike because when you lose, you don't take anything over.
But you also
I know you are right there, but that does not necessarily because you are starting again though. You just have like a advantage, I guess. It's like a new mode. You've unlocked a new mode rather than me taking points forward.
Okay. Bellow outro.
You start from scratch, effectively. You are always starting from scratch. Just because your starting hand is different doesn't make it any better. Because also, in Belautro, actually, I don't think necessarily each starting deck, or whatever it is, the starting cards you pick.
No, they're all the same.
In order. They're not like all, like in any particular order. Like just because you unlocked another one doesn't mean it's better than what you've got, right? So that's why it's just a new mode, effectively.
Okay.
Yes. So.
And then.
I was trying to think of a game idea. Sorry, not a game idea. I was trying to think of a game example where like a roguelite makes
Hades, Dead Cells, Vampire Survivors.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
It's interesting though.
Yes. So
I like
those are the difference between them.
roguelite games. I don't. Do I like roguelike games? Okay,
I
interesting.
mean, they're obviously very similar, but the key fundamental word here, meta progression.
Yes.
Yes. That means that you carry something over. So, I mean, could you? A rogue is obviously roguelite.
What is
Roguelite is basically saying like it's an easier version of a roguelike, kind of in the naming
a
itself.
roguelite? Okay.
Roguelike. Like
Oh,
a
roguelite. Sorry.
Yeah. So the light bit of roguelite is saying it's easier, effectively.
Oh, okay. So Peak is a roguelike.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you don't carry. I mean, you get unlocked collectibles, sure, but they don't benefit
There's
you
no
in
meta
any way.
progression. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Elden Ring Night Rain is a roguelite.
Cool. Yes. Okay, fine. Because you unlock stuff, do you? I don't play it, so.
And then you must say Pretty Derby. Is that roguelike or roguelite?
I can't believe we brought this up on the podcast. What this game is? This is a female anime horse racing game.
But they're also pop star idols, from what I've understood from the trailer. Looking at it,
I don't know if I was ever going to talk about this on the podcast. I think I've put a mental block on. I don't know. Maybe on the era of this podcast, we don't talk about stuff like this game because it sounds like it's, as we know, if you talk about it, it's promoting it.
I mean, we could always start an After Dark section. You know?
I'm not playing this gacha game.
Why are you not playing this gacha game? It's an anime horses free to play gambling cute game.
Okay, right. Let's just get this out of the way. They're not anime horses. They're girls that are pretending to be horses in the game that you race.
No, they've got hooves.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure they've got hooves.
So they're kind of like centaurs, but they're not because they still only have 2 legs.
I think they're like, you know how you have like cat girls in Final Fantasy?
Right. Yeah.
The horse girls.
Right. The horse girls. Okay. Just for everyone listening, so they know where to find this. What's the name of the game again?
Umamusume. Pretty Derby. Just type in horse girl derby.
You're going to Japan soon, and you are struggling with a name of a game in Japanese.
I mean, to be fair, that's like a general feedback loop I've had recently with people online. They're just like, you can't pronounce shit. And I was like, that's fair enough. I understand that. Please continue. But yeah, okay, that makes sense. Interesting. But Umamusume is a rogue-like because there's no meta progression.
No meta. Light.
Like. There's no meta progression.
There is no meta progression.
There is no meta progression. It's a rogue. Light. Light has meta progression. Roguelite has meta progression. Roguelike has no progression. So roguelike, there is no progression between runs.
No progression on the roguelike. Yeah.
Yeah. So Umamusume is a roguelike game.
No, because you race them, they get skills.
I thought you just do one race and it's done.
No, you keep
after
the same
X amount of
horse.
races.
No, you keep the same horse.
Yeah, but like there must be. Yeah,
that's the whole point of it. That's why it's a gacha game, because you pay for different characters and they've got better skills, but then they get points, and you put those points into like more stam or more like.
But I thought you race the horse, and then at some point you have to then send it off to a glue factory because they lose a race.
That doesn't mean no, because just in between each race you're still upgrading them and still.
Yeah, but it's just. Oh, I thought you upgrade a singular horse.
No.
How do you know about this?
This is but anyway, so there's other games that people can play.
Okay.
Yeah. If you checked my Steam account, I don't have any hours on this. I'm just gonna put it out there.
So, you got some of the weird games though on your Steam account.
You can't anymore because, well, hold on a second. I mean, these came in, so let's not go into this too much. But those were given to me, and secondly, you can't buy stuff like that anymore. So it's effectively like a collector's item on the account these days, isn't it? So unless I get into crippling debt with a credit card in the UK, you can't buy these type of games.
Okay.
Yeah. But the horse one isn't one of those type of games. I think it's considered fair for everyone, you know?
Yeah, it's E for everyone or U for everyone, depending where it's at.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know what we've just done for that game. Maybe people are interested in it. Maybe not. Maybe we've awakened something in someone. I don't know. Who knows?
Maybe we need to do a After Dark special. We play it.
Absolutely not. We barely
Hear me
make
out,
this.
hear me out.
Hold on. We barely do this podcast. Never mind in the darkness. Okay. So,
Yep. But I can hear. I can see it in the corner around my eye. We're being asked to do live games and then do like it as an After Dark special.
This needs money. I'm not doing this for free. So
it is on the Patreon. It is on the Patreon. People are saying do it on the Patreon. I'm just saying.
All right. Well, when I get my bank transfer, I'll be finding some time then.
You get 1 penny, and that's all you get.
More than penny.
£1.
Is that time?
You know what it's time for?
It's time where I have to make some sort of game or something, isn't it?
It's time for you to make a game, and I judge it horrendously if it's good or not.
We have already done this on this podcast, but that's okay. I can make another one even better than the multiplayer city game. Yeah.
Yep. So you're down to your last 3 credits of being able to reroll words.
Hold on, I never used any on the last one.
They run out of time. It's kind of like time and lieu. It's like time off. If you don't use it, you lose it.
So wait, I got to use all 3 this time, and then I get another 3 then.
No, you get to use all 3 until the end of the year.
We still got time. It's only September.
Yeah. You're ready for your word of the day. Okay. I think you're going to lose at this fucking word of the day.
Okay.
Thistle.
Thistle.
Mm-hmm.
Thistle. Okay. It's a RTS game. House of the Thistle. Okay. Which is like a Scottish thing.
Okay.
I'm just quickly.
I'm typing.
It's very close to Order of the Thistle. Order of the Thistle is the one. So, it's Scotland's highest order for chivalry. Anyway, so this Order of the Thistle. So it is an RTS game, and effectively you are I'm just trying to think carefully here because
Scottish Highland game.
Order of the Chivalry, King James, 1687. That sounds pretty old. That sounds like medieval time. So
that's old as balls.
That's pretty good. So yes, it's a medieval RTS game, and it's all based in Scotland. Okay,
makes sense.
And but it's from defending against time travelers.
You had me at a point, and now you've lost me. Continue.
I don't think so. I think this is when it gets interesting, because most people would have expected me to be like, you're fighting the English, right? Something like that. But that's like, what makes that interesting compared to any other RTS game? Well, it doesn't. That's just a normal RTS game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure in Age of Empires 2, the tutorial, you were playing as some Scottish guy, aren't you? Probably. So let's say, so okay, let's run with this anyway. So, the Order of Thistle. So let's say, but actually, and people think it was set up to fight against English, but actually it wasn't. It was against time travelers. So King James the Seventh, he already knew that that this was going to be a problem.
Right.
And effectively you're defending Scotland against time travelers, and it's a roguelike game, and very meta this whole development of this game. And it's couch co-op.
It's a roguelike couch co-op where you defend. Were you defending again? Sorry, I don't quite get this.
Time traveling enemies.
Time traveling enemies,
different eras of. So suddenly, it's modern warfare. Beforehand, it's like musket people. Then before that, it's Romans. It's all random. Yeah, that's what makes it like the roguelite area. Okay, so it can be like from anyone, but you are like upgrading your Order of the Thistle. With different upgrades. So you're like unlocking some of this technology as well, because then eventually you'll just be super in the future and you've won. You know what I mean? So the end goal basically to keep beating all this stuff, no matter what era you're fighting against, is to just keep upgrading your technology.
Right.
Yeah. And obviously, if you die, that's it. It's over.
So it's a roguelite couch co-op game.
Mm-hmm.
Is it third person? Is it a strategy?
No,
it's
not. Yeah, it's an RTS. An RTS. So it's a RTS top down.
It's an RTS.
Yeah, it's an RTS. So that's what makes it allowed to be couch co-op.
Can you just elaborate what sort of games we can like bounce off? Are we thinking like Nine Kings? Are we thinking like...
Don't know what that is.
Okay. This
is an original game. This is an original game. So.
Yeah, but like, are you thinking like Warcraft kind of mechanics where you have to like defend stuff and you build for a tech tree? Is this more like Civ, couch co-op, turn-based, real-time shit?
Well, the thing is, this is an original. You see, with the roguelite element to it, you're unlocking. Yeah, the technology is like you're putting like points in effectively from defeating the time traveling enemies. So I guess there could be a tech tree to work through. Maybe that could be one way to do it. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have to like manage the economy? Is it like Mandalores? You have to build up farms and stuff?
Yeah, you do have to do that. Like you're basically building up Scotland at the same time. And effectively. So I guess it's kind of like imagine an Age of Empires like game. Okay.
Thank you. Yep. Carry on.
But you are frequently being like defending against random ages of like enemies so they have all different technologies as well. So it's not like in Age of Empires, which is generally based in one era. Okay, the era changes based on this. That's why the roguelike kind of element to it, right? Happens.
You could get different eras. You could get like sci-fi and then
you're not working through. Yeah, exactly. They could come one after the other, basically. But it's still kind of, you're not going to get like a full on, like early on, if you happen to, get like a bad seed, like you're not going to be fighting against a full army of technology, like people with high level technology. It'd be very minimalistic, but still it gives you the amount of points. So it's still scaled in some way. But they help you gain different elements of the tech tree, basically, and they're all helpful.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're still working through all this stuff, but it's random because they're all time traveling.
Hot take.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Okay. Oh, so we've moved on to the original thing. I mean, it doesn't have to be your favorite. We're not looking for Tristan's favorite game of all time, are we? We've already done that multiple times. With the shopping game, for example. But for this one, I think it's got legs.
It's got legs. I just don't know if they're working,
Well, this is, I think people need to, we always find out from the feedback, which has always been good from listeners. Remind me, where can people, it's been so long, where do people submit their feedback to?
Podcasts@dungeoneers.tv.
Mm-hmm. Or they can write in the comments on the platform they're listening on, right, as well?
Yeah, they can also do that. Both are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Okay, well, we'll see what people think, because I think that one's on to a winner, personally. I think, it needs a bit of refining, obviously. This is not like, day one start development kind of thing. This is still, pre-production. But I think this is a winner.
Okay, I like it. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of There Are Good Games. I've been your host, Tristan, and I've been joined by Ollie. Ollie, do you have anything to say to the viewers before you part ways and possibly return again at some point?
Yes, well, we'll record soon, obviously, again. But I'll give a shout out to my YouTube channel with the new video coming soon on the Hirschfield on YouTube, where you can watch a video, the latest devlog for Yes Comrade, which is a multiplayer sandbox game coming out later this year.
Perfect. And I'm your host, Tristan, and I do mostly the stuff for the RT channels. And yeah, you can find this on YouTube and Spotify. But if you have found this, I'm very surprised you found this without working out how to find this channel,
That would be difficult. Yeah, I think, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they would have done that.
I'm more impressed you found this, so good job you.
A legal download. They're on LimeWire.
Oh, crap, I forgot about LimeWire or FrostWire. But yeah, if you found this without realizing you found this, grab yourself a cookie. You get a lollipop. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.